Hello, everyone. How you doing? It's your favorite agent, Travis Williams, Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Metro Brokers, MyAgentIsTravis.com. So I have my first guest on my podcast tonight. I have Mr. Eli. Introduce yourself.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, Atlanta metro area. This is Eli Thomas. I'm the owner of Top to Bottom Inspection Services, premier home inspection agency covering Metro Atlanta.
Good deal. Good deal.
hmm
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad
I'm
glad
glad
you're
to
here.
be here.
So you can talk to everybody out on the web about what you do. Tell them again what is it that you do.
Well, Top to Bottom Inspection Services is a home inspection firm. When you're about to purchase a house, usually if you're getting some money from the bank, they're going to require you to get a home inspection. But a lot of people buying them cash nowadays with the climate that we're in. But even so, you definitely want to get that inspected so you can have a full understanding of the property that you want to protect your investment.
Good. That's exactly right. Well,
Mhm.
okay, so you already start jumping into the pool already. Let's
Okay.
let's let's get back on the sides and drive right
Okay.
quick,
Okay.
and let's give a little history about you. So, how long have you been doing this?
Well, I've been a home inspector for 12 years.
Okay.
Started this company a little over 2 years ago,
All right.
and man, I love it. I'm going right now. It started off with just me, and now it's me and two other home inspectors. So,
Good deal. Good deal. Glad you were able to take the craft that you have and expand it and bring into
oh yeah,
your own business. That's always a great thing to
oh
have.
yeah.
Right. So kind of give me a rundown of how the inspection process goes. So I'm Mr. Joe Caller. Ring, ring, ring.
Mm-hmm.
I need an inspection. Talk to me.
I can definitely help you out with that. Let me ask you a few questions about the property, and I can give you an exact quote. Now, what I need from most of my clients is I'm going to need the square footage and
Okay.
the year of the property build.
Right.
That's going to determine our prices. But
Right.
typically, a home inspection is going to be about $350,
Okay.
and that's for a single family home.
Right.
No, not for a townhome. It'll be a little less than that.
Now, if I have a basement, that ups the price a little bit, correct?
Well, I'm just going by the square footage.
Okay, so just
hmm
square footage. Doesn't
Yep.
matter if I got a 5-story house, the square footage is all the same. It's going to be the same price.
That is going to be the same price. The
Okay.
year of build is going to also determine the price. As a matter of fact, yesterday I inspected a home that was built in 1870.
Ooh, wee.
A lot of the systems needed to be updated. I had to really get down in there, so
Wow.
that one costs a little more than inspecting a home built in 2015.
Right, exactly. You have to be careful with those houses.
Yes, sir. It's safety hazards everywhere, and
Exactly.
getting a house like that inspected is a smart choice.
Right, of course, definitely is.
hmm
Okay, so now we've set you've already told me how much it's going to be. You come out to the house. What do we need to do now? What's going to happen now?
Well, I go to the house. Pretty much, I inspect everything from top to bottom. We start off at
Hence the name, top to bottom.
there it
There
goes.
you
There it
go.
goes. We're going to start off at the exterior, the grounds and appurtenances.
Okay.
We're gonna get on the roof. If
Okay.
the roof is not walkable, we have drones.
Oh wow,
But
good
we're
deal.
going to inspect that roof. We're going to inspect the interior, and that's going to include your kitchen and
hmm
most of your appliances.
hmm
We're going to go down into the basement, the crawl space. We're going to get the best look at your foundation we can get.
Okay.
We'll also inspect your electric services, the plumbing, and the HVAC.
Okay. Okay.
And that's all with the basic home inspection. Now, depending on where you live, like certain counties have high levels of radon. That would be like Fulton County, DeKalb County. You might want a radon testing done.
Okay.
That would be an additional fee, but we have it available.
Okay. So it's
We
not mandatory.
Not mandatory.
That's just something they can add on if they want to.
Right, right.
Okay.
And just give us a call. And once I get the address, I might recommend that for you if you're one of those high radon areas. Some people ask for it and they live, in a low radon area. And I would say I would definitely do it, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's not
Right.
necessary
Right.
in that area.
Right. Just maybe for their own peace of mind if they want to get it done.
Right. A lot of people come from high radon areas like New Jersey, and they're just accustomed to
Right.
that.
Exactly.
It's a must
Exactly.
have. And if they want it, we have it.
Okay. So now you're in the process of you're inspecting my house right now.
hmm
Can I walk around the house with you? Do I need to leave and let you be? What do I need to do?
Well, I recommend that the buyer does attend the inspection.
Okay.
And the reason being is they'll have a better insight of the inspection report.
Okay.
Usually, you don't have to attend. We can definitely do it, on our own, but we would recommend that you do attend.
Sure. Now, how does you brought up the inspection report? So let's
hmm
go there. Tell me about your inspection reports.
The inspection report's a pretty comprehensive report. Easy to read, easy to understand. It's full of pictures.
Okay.
We have pictures of each system and each any defects that we may find. Uh, Typical home inspection report is going to be anywhere from 35 to 45 pages.
Good deal.
It's a lot like when you buy a big old Samsung TV. It comes with that big book to tell you everything about the TV.
Right. Yes.
I
Yes.
create that pamphlet for your house, so you have everything, all the information for your house. So I would recommend keeping the report, even years down the road. You might need it when you're getting, some repair service done on your furnace. You have the serial number and the condition of the furnace right there in the report.
Now, are you giving me, since I have to keep this report for years on end, are you giving me a hard copy, or are you giving me a digital copy, or are you giving me both?
We normally give out a digital copy. If someone requests a hard copy, we definitely have those available.
Okay. All right.
But by giving out the digital copy, we're actually able to give you same day service, meaning that if we inspected your property in the morning, you'd have that report later on that same evening.
Good deal. Okay. All right. See, those are good things. I mean, I understand what goes on, but I'm glad you're explaining this, because those are the questions that people do have about getting an
That due
inspection.
diligence,
Right.
there's a
Exactly.
time limit on everything. So
Whew. Yes,
that's really our specialty. Our specialty. We have two specialties. Top to bottom, we offer all the services: swimming pool inspections,
Okay.
mold testing,
Okay.
asbestos testing, lead-based paint testing. We offer everything. But in addition to that, we want to give you, a speedy turnaround.
Right.
Because we know a lot of people are facing a very short due diligence.
Right. Time is of the essence. Exactly. Okay. So you said pool inspections. Is that something additional?
Yes, it is.
All right. Will you inspect my jacuzzi too?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's an additional too.
The jacuzzi in the bathroom or out there at the pool.
I have one if I have one that's sitting on my back deck somewhere,
Yes.
that's an additional.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So anything that's not in the house, a part of the square footage, is additional.
Not everything. Now the pool works would be additional, mainly because you're going to have a lot of equipment to come along with that. But let's say, for instance, you have an outhouse, or
That 1870 something house you probably had an outhouse in the back somewhere too, didn't it?
absolutely, 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 and that's not part. That's also included in part of the price. I won't charge extra for that.
Okay.
So I'll inspect everything on the property, for that price, unless it's a swimming pool.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So let's see. What other question did I have for you? Okay. So and you went over the inspection report. You're going to give me a digital copy. Do you recommend anyone that can possibly do repairs if there's something that needs to be done? You're an electrician or your plumber or anything else.
Well, that's a good question. In the report, most defects we find, we recommend, repair by a qualified contractor.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know qualified contractors, especially if you're moving from out of state. You don't know anyone here.
Exactly.
I have a vast network of contractors who do good work for a fair price. So a lot of people ask me for that. I send them their contact information along with the inspection report.
Roofers and everybody else.
Everything.
Okay.
I've been in this business for so long, I meet them all, because I'm critiquing their work, and I'm picking the ones who I see repeatedly do great work.
Right. Okay. Okay. So if I call you, and I know depends on how much business you have or how busy you are, but typically from the time I call you to the time that you actually can come out, what is your average time frame?
Normally, it's next day.
Okay.
Those are most of my. You have a lot of bigger companies, pillar to post, a few big Walmart type corporation companies, and then you have the small business owner like myself. So one of the ways that I stay in the game is that fast turnaround.
There you go.
By hiring the two more inspectors, I just hired both of them about 6 months ago.
Okay.
So that I could keep with that fast turnaround. If business gets bigger, then I'm getting more inspections, but more inspectors. But
You mean once business gets bigger?
once business gets bigger, then I'm going to get more inspectors so that we can keep that fast turnaround.
Right. That's great.
That's the whole niche. I stepped out on a big. I stepped out on a good. You say you right there by Exotica?
Yeah, right across the street.
I was working there, man. I was making like almost $30 an hour, man. I thought I was doing great. I stepped out from that job to start my own company. You know, man. And everybody was like, "Man, you foolish, man. Why would you do that?"
But it's paying off.
It's paying off. It's
Right.
paying off.
Right.
I wanted to move higher in the company, but I kept seeing ceilings.
Yeah, right.
You
Yeah,
start seeing the ceiling, and then
yeah.
once you start seeing the ceiling, and it's like I'm no longer content.
Yep.
I'm not content with this
Yep.
anymore.
Yeah, they pick who they want to pick to move up further and whatever. So
Man, you know how that goes, bro.
yeah, you go run out and be on your own. You set your own time schedule. You can do whatever you need to do whenever.
Cause a lot of times, certain people they make like management decisions, even when you're not in a management position.
Right.
You call yourself trying to make these management positions, and it don't work that way.
Right.
So it's like, well, you're gonna be bumping your head on the wall if you're working for someone else,
Right.
or you can take some of these ideas you got and try them.
Because if you say you have been there for 10 years already, so you already have the know-how. You know everything that you need to know about doing inspections. And that's just a matter of stepping outside of that box and doing it on your own.
And I was doing it part-time then too. And he had a bunch of other inspectors working for him. The guy I used to work for, and he just up and retired. All them guys went and found jobs. I was like, man, you crazy.
You should have went. You should have went and hired all those guys and had them come working for you.
Well, I couldn't at first.
Well,
I didn't have the jobs at first.
You will. You'll get back to that.
Yeah.
It's gonna get back to that point to where business is gonna go in that way for you.
I mean, it's been moving up pretty steady.
Good.
Like I said, I just hired 2 other guys, and they're doing great. They're doing great. They don't even call me no more. They used to call me all the time, asking questions that I know they already know the answer to.
Right. They just want to make sure everything is fine.
Yeah. Now they making those kind of executive decisions, and I encourage that because they're not gonna send the report to the client. They send the report to me. Then I proofread, and you know what I mean, and then I send it to the class. So make those executive decisions because I'm gonna proofread it anyway.
Right.
I'm gonna critique.
Right. You're a valuable asset to our industry for real because, like I said, I keep saying the time is of the essence, and when you're doing a contract and you only have a 3-day due diligence, I need to be able to call you today and say, hey, we just went on the contract this morning. When can you get to this house?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can be out there either late this afternoon, tomorrow morning. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
And not only that, I'll be there late this afternoon, tomorrow morning, and I give you that report.
The same day.
You're gonna get it quick.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So I don't go to sleep until they done.
Right.
I don't go to sleep until it's done.
that's-
You know what I mean? Because the next day I got a whole new fish to fry. You know what I mean? So it's like I can't have
Let's
all
go
this
ahead
stuff.
and get this before I shut down and get this
Shut it down, and it's new, and it's just every day, keep it moving.
Valuable. So I appreciate everything that you're doing for our business for real because we really need that attention to detail that makes our lives go a whole lot easier.
Man, I can't help it, man. I did a slight inspection on my way in here. That's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. I can't help it everywhere I go. I mean, that's what I do.
But I do the same thing whenever I go to people's houses. Even when I go to a friend's house, the first thing I do is I always look up. Because everybody always looks on the flat level. They're looking at eye level. I look up to see what's the ceiling looking like.
There it goes.
It's just my eyes gravitate upward. And that's one of the things. So with your inspection report, you're pointing out things to people that they haven't seen. They might not have paid any attention to. If they're my clients, they're already going to see these things unless they're behind the walls or some in the attic or in the crawl space. Because we're gonna walk in and say, hey, did you see this right here? So okay, it's a second story, so that must be the bathroom. Because they freak out. They go, oh, the roof is leaking. No, it's a second story. It's a bathroom. 9 times out of 10, little Johnny done plugged the toilet or was playing in the tub, and a whole bunch of water came out. That's your stain right there.
That's it.
And they go, and so we walk upstairs and go, yep, we're in this space where the stain is.
Right there, yep.
Now, when you go upstairs and you look upstairs and then you see a stain in the ceiling, that's your attic. That's your roof.
Right.
Now we have a problem. But they don't, again, they're not looking up. They're only looking eye level. They're looking eye level. So with you bringing up things that they get to see and us pointing out things that they're already anticipating, they want an explanation for, tag team.
There it goes. And from I work with a lot of real estate agents, and I think deep down inside most real estate agents want to be home inspectors.
Well, we have to be.
Yeah,
to a degree.
when the agent is there, they're pointing out stuff. Hey, Eli, did you see that? And I'm like, oh, well, you didn't even need me.
Right. We just need you to do the report.
Y'all want to do the paperwork.
We got enough paperwork to do already.
And go in the crawl space. There you go.
Yeah. Well, and going in the attics in the summertime, that's a good job for you to have.
Yeah, man, boy, it's hot in there.
I know it.
It's hot in there. You got to wear them dry fit. My top to bottom summertime out is dry fit because and you can only be there up there for a certain amount. And then ever since ever since the pandemic, you in there with a mask on, and
so
it's
hard to
130
breathe.
degrees. It's
That's
not for the faint of heart.
that's why you're great at what you do, and I stay in my lane. I let you handle it. Call you up and say, "Hey, go ahead and do what you do." Because
It had me start going to the gym. I was like, man, I don't know. And then because I was doing about 2 of them a day when it was just me. I was doing about 2 of them a day, and that started wear and tear on you.
yeah.
So I started going to the gym. Now I'm doing about 1 a day. Because I got
'Cause you
other
got
guys.
help, right? Yeah,
Yeah, I got other guys, and
You're an inspector and a manager.
it seems like a lot of I'm a marketing company.
Yeah,
That's what it's turning into.
right.
That's what it's turning into. It looks like and eventually when I get more inspectors, I'm not going to be doing any inspections, and I will just be a marketing guy, and I'm going to get, what I mean, learn
That's
even more.
That's a part of the business. That's a part of the business.
That's what it seems like it turned. At first, it was. I mean, we're always focused on the inspections,
Right.
But I remember in the beginning that was all I thought I really needed, and then I find out,
It's a lot
I'm
more
an
to it.
inspector, but with no jobs. You know
So
what I
now
mean?
you got to push your business out so everybody can call you.
You start experimenting, trying this, trying that.
Mhm.
I even put a billboard on McDonough Drive right by my house, man.
Sure did.
Paid plenty of money for that, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not up anymore.
Cause I saw it and I hear him, remember?
Yeah.
I said, how you get that billboard?
Right.
Cause I had to take my wife. It was a OBGYN right now. And I
Mm-hmm.
had to take her there because she was
Oh, you
with a
you
smaller baby.
you get a billboard.
And
It
he
just,
told
it
me.
Yeah, you just got paid.
Yeah,
$7,000.
yeah.
I said, oh, that
Yeah.
was it.
For a
And
for a
that's a
12
month.
For a
That's a
12-month
big bill.
contract. That's a 12-month contract.
They got some now that's the digital ones. You pay like
Even more.
$300 a month, and it just show for like 10 seconds. Then it flip.
That was what I had. I had the blip.
No, when
But
they
I
first
paid
started,
serious.
they were charging way more than that, and it didn't make any sense to be sharing the same space and you paying $2,000 a month just because it's digital.
Yeah.
And because I looked into it, I was like, well, why would I pay this money when I can go and get this one that's not going to change and I can pay less?
Yeah.
Might as well.
The small ones they got on Bankhead, they like $400-500 a month, but they small, but they never change.
But you got to also,
Get them too.
and,
They be there forever.
and you got to also
Perfect.
realize, like, so the ones on the expressway are going to cost you more because you're going to have more traffic.
Right.
You got to know your area, know what kind of traffic count you're going to get. So you get what you pay for.
Yeah, you get. But that didn't increase my sales at all. That's why I took it down. I was like, man, I'm looking at the bottom line. I'm
Right,
like, man, my sales is about the same. Dumping the money into Google, was what made the sales increase.
Jump up.
Google. You got to pay to play. And then them SEO companies that do all the minor intricacies that it takes for you to organically get on the front page rather than just paying for an ad.
Right.
Being accredited with the Better Business Bureau.
Right.
Because you got to pay them every month.
Right.
Being a member of Internachi, for a home inspector, that's like, showing that you know your stuff. But you got to pay them every month.
Right.
Everybody wants to pay out.
Those expense on the back end equate to business on the front end.
Yes, sir.
Because when those people see that, they go, "Oh, I'm gonna give him a call.
Right.
I'm gonna get him a call."
Right. It takes money to make money.
Right.
Definitely.
And then once you start doing business, the word of mouth also goes a long way too.
Right.
Sometimes that word of mouth goes a whole lot further than any advertisement that you could possibly have.
Absolutely, man. I seen myself dumping a whole lot of money into advertising and marketing, and then sales and stuff went up. It kind of went up, together. Return of investment and all that good stuff. But then I started gradually cutting back at the marketing. I took the $700 a month billboard down, and then I noticed my sales were still the same. So I started learning how to tweak, and then eventually it's like, now I got a few real estate agents who mess with me, exclusively, So I don't have to market to them,
Right.
And they're constantly selling houses.
Right.
Some of these, they're like superstars, like on that show, Real Estate Agents in Tampa or something. You ever see that?
I've seen it.
Is your lifestyle really like that, man? I'm in the wrong line of work.
See, but we make it look real easy. It's a lot of work back behind the scenes.
Man.
When you actually showing houses and you got to go and negotiate contracts and everything else, it's a lot of nights that you worrying, are they going to accept your offer? You sitting on pins and needles. I send an offer over. Hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Let's get it in. So by the time it gets to you, the hard part is kind of already done.
Okay, all right.
It's kind of already done.
That is something you would say.
And I say kind of done because you working hard.
Well, man, it's just one day. Man, just one day. But and it's also it's tricky though because you as a home inspector you're taking on all that liability.
Right.
You can't make no
Right.
mistakes.
Right.
So
Right.
no matter how spooky the crawl space is, you
gotta
got to
go.
go all the way to the
Gotta
back
go.
because it might be something there you need to see. You
Right.
leave it out.
Right.
These people
It's
sending
a
you a
problem
bill
later
for
on.
$20,000.
Exactly. Yep. And it might be that they don't. It's not found out for another 2 or 3, 5 years.
Hmm.
But if they still have your information, they're gonna say, "Hey, you didn't tell us that we had this problem."
That's why I have a contract. I have a contract. I have 1 year.
Okay.
A
Okay.
1 year contract,
Okay.
and then all home inspectors they should before they do when they have you a contract, a pre-inspection agreement, and
This
definitely
doesn't
have
last forever.
right, and then keep in mind that there's only certain things we can't see.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
I had a client. They had a water leak that was in the water pipe underground.
Yeah. There's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, and then they find out about it, 7 months later, which they're like it's still within that year, so they're calling me about
There's
it.
nothing you can do about
And
it.
I said, well, this is a non-intrusive inspection I did.
Right.
I'm not digging up anything. I'm
Right.
not tearing
I'm
your
not
walls
running no
down.
lines down, no cameras through the lines and everything, trying to figure. Yeah.
Now we use some technology to do it the best we can. I use a thermal imaging camera
Mm-hmm.
a lot,
Mhm.
so I can see,
Mhm.
try to see as best I can in the walls. But
Mhm.
you only gonna see so much with that.
That's it.
I can see the insulation.
Right.
I can see a water leak. But I got to change the temperature. I got to
Of the
tweak
water, either hot or cold.
right.
so
I
you
got
can-
to make it show on the camera.
Right,
There's certain
exactly,
tricks you learn. I turn the heat up in the house if it's a
Right.
cold day, and then I can see what's
Right.
what.
Yeah.
But certain things, in the ground, I'm never gonna see that.
No.
Never gonna see that. So they call me and Scooby Boo. Take a look at our pre-inspection agreement. I'll resend it to you because I keep copies of everything.
You have to.
Forever.
You have to.
Forever.
You
I'll
have to.
never get
You're
rid of.
Supposed to. Supposed to.
I got stuff from 12 years ago.
Never know who's gonna call you and say, "Hey, you did my inspection. I got a problem now." Well, that was 12 years ago.
Yeah, I keep the report. I keep the agreement they sign. I say, well, you sign this here that says this. Sometimes you got to go there, but on the most part, I actually did have a lady give me a call back on it was a leak. Her bathtub was leaking. The little drain seal.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't.
It wasn't sealed.
Yeah, it wasn't sealed, and it resulted in a little water stain in her ceiling. And I went out there and fixed it myself.
Okay.
I went out there and fixed it myself.
Okay.
So little stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? And it was a learning process. This was in the early stages.
See, this is what makes Tip Top Inspection Services the greatest one.
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom. Tip.
But
top,
Tip,
top to bottom.
I like that
Right,
though. I
right,
like
right,
that.
right.
But top to bottom though.
Top to bottom. Top
Yeah.
to bottom.
It
You
was-
give Tip Top service.
Right, there you go.
But
Yeah,
it's
I might
top
have
to
to work on the slogan. The slogan is protect your investment. But hey, I like that though. Tip top though. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Let me go and copyright that right quick. No.
Yeah, I changed the name.
All right. Well, keep up the good work. Again,
That
like I
works.
say,
We recording all this, right?
Yeah.
I'm still recording that. Why I told you.
So you might use snippets here and there.
I don't know.
Okay.
I ain't about yet how lazy I'm gonna be.
Top to bottom inspection services, not top to bottom home inspections. Two different companies.
top to bottom inspection services
Right.
all day long.
Top to bottom inspection services has 5-star rating with a whole lot of great reviews. That other company, look at their reviews.
You shouldn't even get them no press.
Yeah, I won't.
If,
Yeah,
if,
leave them out.
if they don't get to see your face, then they don't need to, then they're in the wrong place.
Right.
No face, wrong place.
There you go. There you
Gave
go.
another slogan, but you
No
know what?
face, wrong. There you go. I like that.
Oh,
But that's not even my face on there though. That's just some random black dude. On stock pictures.
I'm gonna send him a bill in the mail, but I gave him 2 good slogans. Now, third one, I'm gonna end. I'm gonna say the third one. I'm gonna get his firstborn child, but I don't want no children. You can keep
You
my
don't-
children.
My firstborn child is a grown ass man.
Keep
You don't want him.
I'm,
Yeah, that's
I'm trying to get rid of my 8-year-old.
them stock pictures. I ain't never seen my website on such a big screen, man. That looks pretty good. It's all right.
You need to get a,
And I got a kabillion videos. I need to get what?
you need to get a photographer out there.
Yeah, I do.
So you-
I do.
Who you have your page with?
Domain.com.
Okay.
Real cheap. I made it myself, man. I'm trying to not pay as many people.
Does the job.
Yeah,
Right.
it don't have to be real fancy.
Right.
And I got links on there bringing them the
Customer
videos and
service.
everything.
That's what it's all about is customer
deal.
service. All right. That's why you're here.
There it
So we
goes.
can talk to everyone about what you provide for them because of course, I'll give you great customer service because I'm very easy to find. I'm at 404-422-8568. Mr. Eli, tell them how can they get in contact with you?
You can get in contact with Top to Bottom Inspection Services. Just give us a call, 404-838-0894. Check us out online, toptobottominspectionservices.com. We're on pretty much all social media. We're on Facebook at Top to Bottom Homes, Instagram at Top to Bottom Homes, Twitter at Top to Bottom Homes. Just look for it at YouTube, Top to Bottom Homes, where we offer a lot of videos showing a lot of what we do. We show a radon testing. We show pool inspections. I have about maybe 60 instructional videos out there just to let everybody know that Top to Bottom Inspection Services is an authority when it comes to the home inspections.
Right. Give them your number again.
That's 404-838-0894.
There you have it. We have top to bottom inspections here. I appreciate everything that you've done. I appreciate you coming here and taking a moment out of your schedule so that we can talk to everyone and give them a little bit of insight as to what it would take once they're in this process of buying a house to get an inspection done.
Hey, I appreciate you bringing us out here. I love to come and talk to the people. And you said this is the first of your.
No, you're my first guest.
I'm your first guest.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So I feel honored to be the first guest.
Oh, yeah, you
Hopefully
are.
I'll be back.
Oh, I will definitely have you back.
Okay.
That's a given. Okay.
That's a given. There
Thank
it
you
goes.
so very much. Hey, that concludes this segment of my podcast. Again, if you need me, again, 404-422-8568. MyAgentIsTravis.com. Find me, My Agent is Travis, on all my social media also. I'll look forward to hearing from you all with your questions further, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?